friends, Jewel back with another super cool astrology video, and I wanted to talk about Pluto on the natal ascendant and what happens when we see this in a birth chart. So the ascendant is really the mouthpiece of the chart. It's where we actually physically interact with our environment and our persona, our personality, where the sun is our identity and the part of our ego that wants to be appreciated in our expression. Mars is our ego that wants to be appreciated for what we get and what we do and the action that we take. And the ascendant is where our actual behaviors come out, and it's like the door of the chart where we come out and interact with the world. And then the rest of the chart is like the internal us, sort of. So when we have Pluto, which represents things that are hidden, things that are repressed, things that are difficult, things that are buried, 8th house stuff, crisis, ups and downs, all the death, taxes, things that we don't necessarily want to deal with. Things of the 8th house and Pluto basically are what we think we have control of, but we actually don't, because it's a big blind spot. So people that have it on the ascendant actually are dealing with a very large blind spot in their general way that they deal with their environment. They tend to experience the worst of people as a result of this, and the worst of life. Their pain is something that they actually use to negotiate through the world. They're used to it. They're steeped in it. So typically they have a look. A lot of them can be pierced, tattooed. They can display kind of an 8th house image. Think Scorpio, maybe kind of a little bit goth. Sometimes it's, gonna just be very different. It will be just kind of a pointed look. There's something about them that is a little bit scary because they identify with that. They actually use that. They put that on the ascendant so they can see, watch out. Or it's some kind of warning, physical warning that they're giving you in their look or in the way they dress or in the way that they physically come across to you. They have generally dealt with death and difficulty in their early life. Either or, a lot of times it's going to be both. There is a way about them as a result where they are this pool of secrets. And they will change and transform many times throughout their lives at the ascendant. They will have a different way of being. They go through these stages of transformation throughout their lives. You will not recognize the same person at 20 or 40, at 60 or 80. They find ways to, this is interesting, to steep themselves in 8th house issues because they're used to it. That is what they largely think the world consists of, is Plutonic things. So you see mediums, astrologers, miners, morticians, tax lawyers, depth psychologists, tattoo artists, surgeons, people that deal with digging or cutting or finding, detectives, police. So there generally is just this general theme of fighting through their environment or slogging through resistance in their environment. Poverty, death, abuse. These are the things that they cyclically encounter, either in their personal lives or in their professional lives. They are essentially invulnerable at the ascendant. And they're used to that. And they want to build that up over time and make that more and more tough. They are very keen on changing the underbelly of society or addressing the things in their world or in their environment that are off or unfair or creating havoc among their society. So they want to be like this one person cleanup crew. And they can, as a result, experience lives where they get themselves into situations or life patterns where they are in the thick of it. They are really dealing with a lot of difficulty or death or unsavory experiences. And that can be, just in the context of their personal life or their professional life. They actually, what they essentially do is they go around and they cause change through making the rest of us uncomfortable. So sometimes they're trying to do that before they even open their mouths through their look. And generally they have a way about them where they do not mind antagonizing to a certain degree in their environment. That is a part of their persona. So it's really a fascinating aspect to have because they see a lot, but they do not largely see how that pertains to themselves. They have a blind spot that keeps them from really understanding themselves at the ascendant level. They understand their environments really well. They understand the difficulties in their environments. They've experienced it a lot. But getting to the point where they understand why this is something that they get more of than anybody else does, why their life seems to be a living hell, why there's crisis every couple of years, why they're financially falling out again, why are they experiencing another bout with cancer, why are they feeling like they're being controlled or stalked or whatever it may be, whatever eighth house issue that they are constantly experiencing in their environment. When they can understand that, it's because I'm attracting this because I'm not seeing that this is what I'm used to. So we have to start raising our vibration. We have to start looking for different situations to put ourselves into instead of more difficulty. So yeah, we draw bankruptcies to us. We draw abusive relationships to us. We draw hidden affairs to us that then blow up in our faces. It's a tough place to have Pluto because we're learning that our very behavior creates Pluto in our environment. So it is really, the behavior aspect is huge here, where we have to really change it on that level, and then that creates a new neural pathway. So we have to start at the conscious level here. We can't start at the Pluto level where we're going back to, the very first time you were feeling abandoned or alone or you were abused or no. This is when where behavioral psychology is really important, where we need to cut out the Pluto on the behavior level, and then we can see changes when it comes to the feeling and the thinking level after that. So it's an interesting and deepening placement for somebody to have, because they do, these are really, really fascinating people, where if you can get to know them at a deep level, they have a great deal to offer. They can be great reservoirs of knowledge and of experience that it gets deeper and richer the more that they really understand where their difficulties are coming from, and that is at that environmental behavior level, and what they're choosing for that, what they're choosing to physically place themselves into. So, I hope this was helpful. If it was, please subscribe to my channel. You can find me on the internet at truthandaspectastrology.com. I am mainly a relationship and intimacy astrologer, but I specialize in planetoids and asteroids as well, and I interpret all types of charts under the sun. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Truth and Aspect Astrology, and I'll be back super soon with more super cool videos. Bye-bye.